A star begins a much-anticipated road to recovery, and the box office order is shaken. Plus, a fan-favorite movie is set to make its mark this weekend. Let's go to Fallick for details and more on entertainment news. The Fullerton College Police Academy has been suspended due to compliance issues. Now 42 students are wondering what to do. An informational meeting was held Thursday night. The students voiced their opinions and frustrations. Some worried that the credits are useless and not transferable. Students wonder why it took so long for them to be notified of the suspension. They were told that the state and college had been in communication about the compliance issues since September, and the suspension would begin on October 5th. Police academies are usually reviewed every 3 years, but the state agency didn't review the Fullerton Academy for 6 years because of staffing. It will now take 1 to 2 years for the academy to be reinstated. It looks like we might be getting a much-deserved break from the heat. Here's Joel Valdez with a look at weather. Bills fans have been waiting for the Pats game since Week 1 when they were chanting, "We want Brady," during their game versus the Colts. Bills players joined their fans by trash-talking the Patriots prior to their Week 2 matchup. America's Game of the Week on Fox featured the two best teams coming out of the NFC East, the Dallas Cowboys playing the Philadelphia Eagles. The only problem was one team showed up. Up 3-0, Tony Romo tries to buy time by scrambling in the pocket, but overthrows his intended receiver, which sets up a Dan Bailey field goal to give the Cowboys a 6-0 lead at the half. The Eagles punt after their first drive, but their kick is blocked by the Cowboys, and the ball is picked up by Kyle Wilbur, who picks up the ball and returns it 26 yards for a TD after a great block by one of his teammates. Quarterback Tony Romo scrambles after the pocket collapses. He loses the ball and hits the grass hard. Philadelphia recovered, but the worst part is Tony Romo wouldn't return to the game as he fractured his clavicle on the play. Sam Bradford, quarterback of the Eagles, gets picked off in the end zone and then again in the middle of the field with only 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. That would seal the fate for the Eagles as they lose 20-10. In other news, did you know that Cheerios are gluten-free? Well, neither did General Mills. The cereal company is recalling 1.8 million boxes of the cereal labeled as gluten-free. Issues offloading flour at a California facility may have caused the contamination of 4 days' worth of that factory's product. The company is in the process of converting 5 Cheerio varieties to gluten-free. This recall affects Honey Nut Cheerios and Classic Cheerios in the yellow box with a better if used by date of July 14, 2016. Company officials say they may contain wheat. General Mills ordered boxes still at warehouses and on the store shelves to be returned. They are asking customers with wheat allergies who bought the affected product to call the company at 1-800-775-8370. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Jared.
Last night, the New England Patriots conquered the fumbling Indianapolis Colts, and on the road to the World Series, the New York Mets are proving themselves to be worthy contenders. For sports, Donald Edmonds has more. The latest of what is happening in Paris, how New York surgeons provided the most extensive transplant in history, and why the Hunger Games decided not to have a red carpet for the premiere in Los Angeles this Friday. I'm Jared Brass. OC News is brought to you by the broadcast journalism students at Cal State Fullerton. Here at OC News, our thoughts and prayers are with everyone affected in the recent tragedy in Paris. Any students on campus who would like to pay their respects can sign their names on the Hugs for France Memorial located in front of the bookstore. The Titan men's soccer team looked to follow the women's lead by winning the Big West soccer tournament. The Titans took on the Gauchos with the NCAA men's tournament berth on the line. It was scoreless until the 51st minute when Julian Okai's left-footed shot ricocheted off the goalpost to the feet of Mitchell Bell, who didn't miss a wide-open net that would be the deciding goal as the Titans win 1-0. The Titans will host Santa Clara on Thursday at Titan Stadium in the first round of the men's NCAA soccer tournament. Good luck, Titans. We are all rooting for you. The women's soccer team played USC in the first round of the women's NCAA soccer tournament. The Trojans beat the Titans 4-3 in a shootout. Not the way the Titans wanted to end the season, but they had a great year overall, only losing 3 games. With only 2 seniors on the roster, everybody else will be back to continue the success Coach Damian Brown has built for the women's soccer team. With Thanksgiving just a week away, it's finally beginning to feel like fall. Today is windy and cold. Let's go to Sunem Rivas so she can tell us how the rest of the week is going to be. The baseball playoffs are 2 weeks away. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim took on the Minnesota Twins this week in a 4-game set as both teams are in contention for the wild card. Angels up 3-1 in the bottom of the seventh, and a runner on base, Miguel Sano, hits a towering shot to deep center to tie the game up. The game would head to extras with runners on second and third, and Cole Calhoun gets a sharp grounder to Eduardo Escobar and throws it home, but he couldn't get the runner. Houston Street comes in to shut the door as Escobar pops up in foul territory to Caleb Cowart. Angels win 4-3 and close the gap this weekend to a 2.5 games behind the Houston Astros for the second wildcard spot. They open up a crucial 3-game series versus Houston tonight, and we'll see if they can make up some ground. Back to you, Cynthia. Getting the flu this season could be expensive. Not only is it bad for your health, but it could also be bad for your pocketbook. Here is CNN correspondent Karen Kaifa with the details.
In addition to the sneezing, the coughing, the aches, and the misery, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says the flu carries an economic toll for the nation every year. That includes $10.4 billion in direct medical expenses and $16.3 billion in lost earnings for sick employees. The flu can be particularly costly for households with young children, who are most likely to become infected with the flu virus, the CDC says. They found that caregivers of children sick with the flu took on medical expenses between $300 and $4,000, depending upon the severity of the illness. For kids and adults, fighting fall and winter colds and flu can be made easier by putting certain items in the grocery cart. Yogurts, live cultures, can help prevent colds. Mushrooms show promise in boosting immunity. Water and other fluids can help clean a cold out of your system. Hot peppers and spices can help clear sinuses, and honey can soothe an irritated throat. Flu season typically peaks between January and March, but the CDC warns the flu is unpredictable and timing varies every year. That's why they recommend getting a vaccine now in the fall. For Consumer Watch, I'm Karen Kaifa.
Thanks, Karen. I guess I will be getting my flu shot soon. Now for the NBA. The Los Angeles Lakers were looking for their second win of the season last night and first win at home on the young season. Kobe Bryant and the Lakers were taking on Andre Drummond, who was averaging an astounding 19 points per game and 19 rebounds per game, and the Detroit Pistons. Kobe Bryant takes the ball up the court and dishes off a soft one to Jordan Clarkson for the three to give the Lakers an early lead. Roy Hibbert with the miss, Drummond there with another rebound, dishes it off to Reggie Jackson, who takes it up the court for an uncontested layup and gives them a 7-6 Laker lead. Lou Williams with a bounce pass to a monster dunk by Larry Nance. Nick Young brings the ball up and shoots a three, knocks it down to give the Lakers a 36-27 lead. Contavious Caldwell-Pope with a and one. Kobe with an errant pass that gets picked off, and Pope brings it up for the alley-oop to Andre Drummond, and it's 47-42. Kobe brings the ball up to the middle of the court with a little floater and sinks it for a 75-72 Laker lead. Hibbert now with the ball passes to Kobe for the three and drains it to give the Lakers an 85-74 lead. And you will see here Kobe slapping hands with teammates and then a couple of fans who are pretty excited about the game. So the Lakers win 97-85 over the Pistons. The Lakers play the second game of back-to-backs tonight against the Phoenix Suns, but Kobe Bryant won't be playing as he played 36 minutes last night and told reporters he was barely able to stand while answering questions. Thanks, Adrian. New York University completes a successful facial reconstruction surgery for a veteran firefighter, and a new healthy study some health hazards with cell phones use. Here's Alex Gomez with your health news. The Anaheim Ducks have not been playing up to the experts and their fan standards. The team decided to shake up their roster and called up Nick Ritchie, their first-round pick of the 2014 draft. Ritchie had 9 goals and 12 points with the San Diego Gulls before being called up, and will be making his NHL debut tonight against the Carolina Hurricanes. Baseball season might be over, but both the Dodgers and the Angels are making headlines. The Los Angeles Dodgers are looking for a new manager. The Dodgers came up with a list of 4 managers who they think can handle the job. One was former Angel Darren Erstad, but he dropped out. So the current list is one is former manager of the San Diego Padres, Bud Black, and the other 2 are former Dodgers, Dave Roberts and Gabe Kapler. For the Angels, they made a significant trade to shore up their middle infield depth for the next 5 years. They traded for Andrelton Simmons, who is the best shortstop in all of baseball, from the Atlanta Braves. The Braves acquired longtime Angels shortstop Eric Ibar and their 2 highest-ranked prospects, pitchers Sean Newcomb and Chris Ellis. Now, zebras on the run in Philadelphia? A sentence I never thought I'd say. It was definitely a strange sight on the streets of the city of brotherly love. Sunday, as Rachel Solomon reports, animals were turning heads as they raced through the city. Love to hear your thoughts. We will see you again next week.